Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Chanley here with ya. So I've got this dope ass painting here that I painted up the other day. It was a real fun time doing. I've actually been wanting to do this painting in particular for a little while now, and to me it's just sort of expressing this idea that we might be living inside of this divine simulation in which we have come into ourselves to experience an expansive soul awareness, to ascend to a new degree of love and intimacy in the universe that has not been comprehended to this point, other than maybe the pure source of consciousness, which has already expressed and intimately known every aspect. But that's not us. We're the journey, man. We are currently taking step by step. We are engaged fully into this video game. So this painting here, I call the gamer theory. And as you can see, there's a guy right here, and he is sitting on Earth, and he is playing his Nintendo Switch there, because that's my personal favorite console currently at this time. And within him, you see there's also a being playing the game. And this being is a angel who has, or your soul, who has been sent down to experience the human being. And then above him sits the higher self of the consciousness which is expressing us. But then our very human form, because we are a divine reflection and therefore have innately built within us the sacred geometric structure of the divine reality revealed in its totality, we also too have a higher self reflection. So it's almost like a double whammy. And like, these are just ideas, you know, like I'm not gonna pretend like I know the exact imprint of soul expression or divine nature. Like, I'm not gonna pretend, like there's no way I could, or it is the unnameable, you know, the unchangeable. I could never tag it, but I could at least point some arrows in a direction, you know, towards something which allows your awareness to just consider new propositions. And that's kind of what I wanna do here as we explore the painting. So the base layer would be the video game. As you can see, he's playing the video game, but then the layer of our fabric of life, everything in life, the matrix, the earth, is but this video game, this programming. And I know very little about programming, but I know that, you know, it takes a cohesive effort of multiple different strands of programming coming together to create this experience for the gamer to go within. And as we are player one, the gamer, you know, this experiencer of our reality, all the other forces, personalities, personas, individuals, you know, the plant creatures and the animals and the insectoids, like all across every plane is this programming playing out, is this divine nature reflecting itself to you in the perfect harmonics of your resonant state at that time for your soul expansional journey in which you're choosing to take path on, which is this little guy. He has chosen to take path on the human experience and taken on the character known as Chanley from me. You know, we all have our own personal identity. We may accidentally run other people's programs sometimes and tell the tale in which isn't even ours or isn't even of our resonant state, but it's just the constant flow of the nature in which we live. But the more that we can center ourselves and come back to our heart and love and be true to who we are, freely and fully, like, the easier it is to express that natural pattern which is so beautifully radiating through us. So I did the layers of four races, plants, creatures, and insects, just to sort of express the idea of us living within this fourth dimension as a third dimensional incarnate being. We are within another dimension of time and space, which makes us a fourth dimensional being reflected as a third dimensional experiencer. And so the whole idea of this painting is actually to push forward the idea of our ascension into a sixth dimensional awareness, which will reflect down to us as a fifth dimensional being, which is a more light, radiant consciousness, a more free-flowing, less mind-oriented, more heart-radiant option for the human vessel to experience here. And so that's that. It's not on the painting because it's not something that I can show or give you. It's something that you've got to intimately experience. The same as when we go to the top, when we go to the infinite, there's no true picture I could ever give you to allow you to experience that. But I can point directions to maybe help you follow the breadcrumb trail within your own soul to find the same patterns and archetypes beckoning your journey. Continuing on, so this fourth dimensional experience is the video game, is this program, and we are the gamer inside of it. And all of these things need to align for us to be able to even do anything we want to do. We have like free will because we are this gamer inside of a realm of time and space. Because as we ascend here, you will see that the beings in which are programming, which are orchestrating our conscious experience, are actually basically don't have like the same free will, because you don't need it at that point. It's not a necessity. You're so intimately unified with the expression of life that your very personality is the archetype which is expressing life itself. And we are to a degree, but we just take it one layer deeper, one layer more intimate. And like that's what the fifth dimension, I personally feel, is about. Is about taking what we already have and going one layer deeper and awakening the highest form, or the furthest part, bringing it back home, bringing the source of light back into our body and allowing us to illuminate and glow, so much more freely. But as we look up here, you kind of, these are the game programmers. Game programmers, he's the fire, the fuel, the energy, which, the passion, that maintaining presence that makes sure that this game is going to be seen through its fruition. This guy is the creator. He's the one with the divine understanding pouring forth this, the orbular light, like this pure radiant circle, because we won't get into that now because tangents and whatnot, but if you look into sacred geometry and whatnot, you understand this, how circles really are our life. Everything is just circles and the dimensions that are laid out between, like them connecting and expanding from one another. So that's why he's channeling forth the very fabric. He's creating the very fabric of us as a human being. These could also be seen as like our guardian angels, and that our guardian angels are the programmers, taking care of and orchestrating and aligning our reality. And we are also one of these guardian angels who's kind of dove into themselves to be able to, resource and gather forth gems and jewels and experiences to bring back to the higher awareness to give to other angels, so that way they can have a more aligned and accurate expression of intimate love, transcendence, and union that we have available here on Earth, which is why it's such a coveted place to be, and why there's kind of a battle going on right now in the paradigms of, what exactly is going to play out for this human story, but I'm excited to see. I'm here, I'm speaking forth towards the love, towards the light. There's always the radiant aspects of the human being in which I truly love and want to see more of, so let's see, as we continue to look at this, this guy right here, it was kind of a funny happenstance. He's actually just an expression of my own personal kind of connection with spirit, but I was just looking for three beings, and he was a bug creature, but now that I've looked at it again, I see as though he's like the debugger of the video game, almost. He's like breaking it all down so that way everything can be refined, renewed, and brought back again. Like the game needs to be destroyed and destroyed over and over, so that way we understand exactly what can break it, so we can give the most accurate, clear, pure interpretation of of the program to the gamers. So that way they don't got to deal with bugs and they can just enjoy the experience. Unlike this video, which needs a little additive, so that way it can get nice and close on the end here. So up on the top, we've got the observers. Both the more of the watcher or the overseer, the being which is producing the video game and is allowing for the experience, the one who's giving forth the energy, and then the one who's receiving it. The observer, the witnesser, the child, the person who watches the video game and gets to enjoy the experience, even though they aren't the one who is intimately engaged playing the video game. So that's sort of the idea here. I want to know what you guys think, or if you've ever had similar thoughts to our life being a giant simulation or video game program for our own personal ascension. Much love to each and every one of you. Have a blessed rest of your day.